Lunchbox.
We have to go back in time.
And we're live with the Wrestling Hour with Lunchbox and Preschool.
I'm your host with the most, Lunchbox, and as always, Preschool here.
Wubba dub dub.
Mikey O'Shea O'Houlihan.
I only need one name, so Mikey O'Shea, thank you.
Mikey boy.
That was some good tacos.
Yeah, producer D, you eat those tacos.
Where's our cleaning lady? We need this.
No, we're being sponsored by Coca-Cola now.
Well,
see?
since you don't have a belt, and you know the
We
champions
are not
do.
actually.
Boom! There you go.
I do have a belt, but I know how to keep mine safe.
You're the champion of tacos and Coca-Cola. I was gonna say champions of tacos and Coke, but Jay Baker got you beat on the Coke.
Realistically, I like to let Orange County Championship Wrestling one day get sponsored by Shasta.
Them.
If not Stars and Stripes. But that's like bottom of the barrel right there.
Yeah, that is pretty bottom of the barrel. That's worse than just pop.
Can't we be sponsored by tacos?
There's Coca-Cola.
You eat them
There's
tacos,
Refresh.
producer
Gonna
D.
eat this taco.
There's Shasta.
Ooh,
And then there's Stars and Stripes.
I've never heard of Refresh. What is that?
Are you doing?
No, sorry, that's a Bob's product. So Coke, Shasta, Refresh, Stars and Stripes.
Why are we talking about soda?
Well, because, you know, the official sponsor of Coca-Cola right here wants to be sponsored by Shasta for some reason instead.
Or should we be talking about some wrestling related shit?
I don't know.
SummerSlam's coming up pretty soon.
See, producer D, reason.
Oh, well, before
Right.
SummerSlam.
You know, I do got something to talk about when it comes to Impact Wrestling.
Oh, please,
Ooh,
yes.
yes,
Our Impact
absolutely.
guy.
Last week, unfortunately, a couple of people left Impact Wrestling that I thought was, that sucks, because I actually enjoy these two working for Impact Wrestling. But I guess, you know, real personal lives have to come to matter considering the fact you have a family of your own. One is Matt Morgan.
Oh, shit, okay.
He just made his return to Impact Wrestling, but that's because he had a hand-to-hand agreement with Impact Wrestling because they were doing their tapings on the weekend for a little bit, then they started going back to weekday tapings. And unfortunately, Matt Morgan has a 9-to-5 job outside of wrestling, and of course, family comes first. And so he's gone already. And then one that I'm very disappointed, but you know, he said it was his dream to one day be a doctor, and now unfortunately, wrestling and his doctor job can't balance out, so now Davey Richards is now out of Impact Wrestling. So that sucks.
Damn.
You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you?
Are you
Yeah,
going to continue to
I'm
watch
sad-
even
I'm
though they're
kinda
gone?
Pretty sad that Matt Morgan's not there because I actually he was like one of the few big guys that was like, that could do non-big guy stuff. Like, he can actually legit have a solid match.
Oh yeah.
And not have to rely on just the big guy spots.
And he can actually give someone a bicycle kick without getting them a concussion.
Yeah.
Another guy that I haven't actually mentioned because I totally missed out 2 weeks ago, I was really sad to see Austin Aries got released from WWE.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he didn't got released, he asked for his release.
No, that definitely sucks right there.
I was actually, my only conclusion would he's either going to retire or Impact Wrestling's going to be, or if he doesn't retire, Impact Wrestling's totally going to sweat, going to try and hit their very best.
Turn the mic on.
What if he goes back to
Mic's
Ring
not
of
working?
Honor?
I don't think it's on.
That's why I was late for the mic check, Mike.
Testing, how you doing? Yo, is the mic working now? Fantastic.
Now you have to do the whole spiel again, please.
Well, I'm done.
You're eating limes? Come on. All right.
Best line.
So,
Kevin Owens won the United States title again.
Again.
well, don't say it like that, producer D. Kevin Owens.
I enjoy watching Kevin
is an
Owens.
Inspiration.
I
Kevin
do.
Owens is a fantastic, big freaking athlete representing us big guys in the independent world of wrestling. But let me tell you, man, the moment he got to WWE, he's been with the title.
That's what I'm saying.
He's only been with in the main roster for 2 years now, and in that 2 years, he's won the United States title 3 times, the Intercontinental title twice, the NXT title in his second match on NXT, and he was the Universal Champion. They are spoiling him way too quickly. Last time they did that to somebody was CM Punk, and look what happened with him and his relationship with WWE.
Damn, that's true.
I'm just saying.
Right.
And
Talent is talent, my friend. You know.
yeah, talent is talent. I'm not denying that, but you know, Tony Atlas. Well, see, when I was about to have my first day in wrestling, I would watch this one episode of True Life that they talked about pro wrestling, in 1999, and I would watch that like my Bible all the time. There's a story of Triple H in China, some dude that tried to be a wrestler but failed, and then Tony Atlas after the glory. And he was like nearly homeless, making little to nothing at a studio apartment. And he talked about how much he was making like $100,000 a year from 1975 to 1985. He made like $1 million. Like, and I quote, he said this: I got paid $1,500 in my first week in professional wrestling. I got paid on a Monday, and I was broke Wednesday. That's how much money went right through my hand. Boom. You get too much too soon, look what happens. Because you think the bubble will never burst, but it will.
Right.
But
It
like you
always
would
does.
think in this day and age, you know, Kevin Owens would see that, and he has his family, so he's probably milking all this championship, putting away for his family, putting away, and giving.
I will give you
everything he's
that.
got.
Hey,
You know what I
CM
mean?
Punk did the same thing.
But he didn't have a family, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just
Yeah,
him.
now.
Well, now, but I mean, like, back then, it was just him on his own, so he kind of had the
Apparently,
luxury,
he was,
the luxury to do
but he was
whatever.
helping out his sisters a lot though too. So.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that's different than having, like...
What was that cover we just saw CM Punk on?
Oh, Hulu kind of messed up, and they put CM Punk's picture
Messed
for,
up, right,
Friday
right.
Night SmackDown.
Wow.
Or first, well, it's not Friday night anymore. Tuesday Night SmackDown.
I would say,
SmackDown
you
Live.
know, it's a foreshadowing. They did that with Lesnar.
Hey, I see some comments. Who's talking?
People
D?
aren't talking. It's just people viewing.
Well, true. I see one comment. Jason who?
Jason Camilleri.
Who the hell?
Oh,
He
Big Homie
says-
Double. What's he saying?
Angel's watching himself. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, I love myself.
Well, that's what Jason said?
Yes.
Because everyone could hear the playback.
Big Homie Double.
Hey, we need the extra views so Angel's watching himself.
Yo,
we
Big
gotta.
Homie Double, if you're still watching, please come by next Tuesday or something like that. We love to have you on, man.
There's a
You're-
taco truck out front.
There's definitely a taco.
There's a
truck.
taco.
I just had one, it
Dude,
was
I just finished my
delicious.
taco. I'm
How
enjoying
you
the line.
doing?
Shut up.
And Mike Garula.
Oh, hey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He says he enjoyed the show on Saturday.
Awesome.
Yeah, he always comes to our shows on Saturday on
it's on the other
OCCW.
one?
So
Okay.
thanks, Mike.
Oh, speaking of the show on Saturday, which show was it?
I don't want to talk about.
You don't want to talk about it?
Nope.
Well, I had a successful show.
I had a successful show.
Did you have a successful show?
No, I didn't. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh,
Hopefully, it's.
I believe that Novocaine
Hopefully,
Reyes did too.
Hopefully.
I heard that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she got that pin.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
hoping that
too
this
bad I
isn't
didn't know contest.
foreshadowing for the Irish against, the colored folks, because I really want McGregor to knock the shit out of Mayweather. So,
If it's not a work, I totally want to see him knock out Floyd Mayweather.
come on, boxing's a work. It's always a work.
Yeah, it's totally work. I don't think Mayweather would have taken that fight if he knew he was going to get a good business out of it.
But wait, you guys said something.
Producer D is freaking out. What's going on?
Wait, no.
Novocaine won her.
Novocaine Reyes not just won her match. Didn't she beat Barraza's top guy, Freddie Flores?
Didn't they know that no contest though?
But still, Freddie
got the
Flores.
big-
What's the deal with that?
I was
Freddie Flores.
watching.
Can I say something to
All
Freddie
right,
Flores?
go ahead.
Freddie Flores, you non-stop talking, and yet you still never won a single match. What's
All
going on,
I
buddy?
saw was like Nicolette shaking her booty, and then
Then Mikey blacked out.
Miss Novocaine Reyes clotheslining the crap out of her, and yeah, it was the hottest freaking thing I saw all night.
Mikey,
Well,
put it away.
Didn't you see me and Freddie Flores pound some pussies in the ring?
You mean Freddie Helmuth?
You know, for
man, too many
kids.
Freddies.
This just in
Elma.
from Freddie Flores, though. He
Oh,
says,
God.
boo! Freddie Flores will be there next week to talk about what transpired last week.
Oh, him losing again?
Interesting. Does that mean we can look forward to seeing Novocaine as well?
I believe so.
I certainly hope so.
We'll make the
Put
phone
it in the
call.
works. We'll
We
put it
got
in the
it.
works.
Producer D, you're in
I'll get
charge.
on it.
You get on that.
I certainly will.
Well, wait.
Oh,
You
something's
think
going on
any
behind
chance
us.
we can get Othello? What's
What's going on behind us?
what's going on?
Oh.
Something going on behind
I
us.
see-
We can't see it. It's too far
Very
out.
bad frame rate. Very bad frame rate. Wait, is that me? Yeah, that's me.
Oh.
Climbing up the second rope and botch.
Did you miss?
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of missed. I miscalculated that shoulder tackle, but everything else was great in that match. I just, didn't want to lose, but I lost.
That's
But
how-
hey, that's wrestling. You're not perfect. That's what happens.
Well,
Hey, and
to
that
be
old fellow,
fair,
he's pretty.
he's like a.
He's scary.
he is
Yeah,
a big mother trucker.
He's very scary.
I think
Yeah.
he's got
He's like 5 of me.
victories over all of us on here.
That's a huge bitch. Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, like
Uncalled for.
yeah,
I
he's
gotta get my male gigolo in.
he's a very scary guy though. Yeah, just saying.
He's very scary.
Yes.
That's
I don't got enough coke.
Rudy,
Jay
how are you
Baker.
feeling after getting stomped on?
Oh, that kind of hurt. Oh, they didn't-
Stomped on. What do you mean?
yeah, everybody was stomping on me during
Oh,
the
Yeah,
lumberjack
the
match?
lumberjack getting
Yeah.
thrown out.
I didn't even-
Vicious.
How you feel about that DDT, man, that you took? That one looked
Oh,
like
it
it
was
killed
sick.
It almost did. Thanks, Azrael.
you didn't get the job done though. Not
Yeah.
saying that I wanted to see you die or anything. I'm just saying you didn't. This title wasn't with Divine Intervention.
Yep.
We could have had all the belts.
you. Azrael talks the talk, but couldn't win the match.
Well, it's
just
'cause-
like me.
No, it's because that guy freaking that stupid stripper guy from Vegas, Shade, threw him off. Just threw him off, and Azrael's not used to having those kind of.
So it made him tap out?
No, he wasn't tapping out. He saw the Shade shaking his stuff, and he was just like, "No, make it stop, and the ref counted it. That's what I, from my understanding, my view from outside the match. That's what I saw.
Interesting take on things.
I saw you putting dollars in his waistline.
No.
No,
So-
I thought that was a vending machine. Okay, it was dark in there.
You raised.
So, guys, before we get out of topic, do you have any matches coming up this weekend?
This weekend.
Well, I'm glad you asked, because this Friday, I'm finally going to get something I've been looking forward to for a very long time.
Mike, cause Mike.
Double?
Nope. I'm going back to MPW, but the
can't even pronounce half
one-on-one
of
match
that.
I'm about to have is Ray Rosas.
What? Didn't you mention him on your fucking list? Like,
I did. And look who answered the call. Mr. Triple X, the owner of MPW. He gave me my opportunity to face Ray Rosas because no other promotion has the balls to put me in their ring and actually, make the crowd make a noise because you want to, bend backwards for other people.
And when can we expect this to happen?
This Friday
this Friday?
Where?
at MPW at Moore Park, Simi Valley. Tickets are only $10. For kids, it's only $5. You just got to make the drive.
Very
And,
nice.
How are kids gonna make a drive?
Huh? They ride with their
Oh,
parents.
okay.
Rudy,
You-
you are
you
what,
gotta-
22
You
years
gotta
old?
specify things, man. Hey, he's got a picture of Ray Rose.
Oh, that's an old
That's an
picture.
old-
that's an old-
That's a
picture.
Ray.
No one's gonna
That's
know
a
who that
skinny one.
is.
That's when he had a six-pack.
That was when his face was like.
Then he went up to like 190 pounds, and he only, what the hell? That's not Ray Rose's. What the hell's that face? Holy shit.
See that one?
Oh,
no, top right, top right. The one-
right.
There you go.
Yeah,
That-
yeah,
that
is
one.
Ray.
That's
Get
him.
that face up
There you
there.
go.
Yeah.
Yes!
It's Jesus.
Sexy Jesus.
I thought I was sexy.
Yeah, you guys kind
Yeah,
of
right. I'm taking on this guy this Friday, and I'm excited. Don't let the face fool you. He's a tough son of a bitch. I know what I'm up against. I'm going for it.
So have you ever faced him before?
I have in a tag match
Ah.
twice. It was one of my favorite matches at Battleground Pro Wrestling back in 2010 in August. It was me and my first ever trainer, Food Dog, taking on him and his old partner, Lucha Machine, known as the Silver Heart Radicals. I think that's what they used to call themselves. And the ending didn't work in our favor. They got the win. But then I took him on again in 2013 when me and Sasha Derevko faced him and his newest partner, Peter Avalon.
PP Ray.
At Santino Brothers. And one of our only matches where we actually won against PP Ray, known as the United Nation. Then after that, we never faced each other again. We worked together a couple of times, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, but we never had a one-on-one match yet. That match happened years ago. I don't get it.
There's PP Ray behind us.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they had a feud
Keep you on the
at
shoulder.
IWL for the heavyweight championship not long ago, well, a few years ago. But nevertheless, I'm taking on Ray Rosas, and I've been looking forward to facing him for a very long time. What's going on, Producer D?
Azrael's talking some smack.
What's he say?
Well, the first one's a little inaudible. Can't really. Doesn't make a lot of sense there. I'm sure
God
he'll
can't
explain
read?
it later. God can read, but Azrael doesn't use the best grammar
Oh, that's
or
right.
punctuation or English for that matter.
He uses the
And then he
King James
comments,
English.
liberal media ignoring my comments. Oh my God, is that Jesus? Oh Shay, why are you fighting our Lord and Savior?
Because
That was your Lord and Savior.
what better way to represent wrestling than have a respectful one-on-one match with Jesus Christ?
Didn't
I-
you already do that once?
Yeah,
against another Jesus Christ at a freak show at Santa Claus. It was great.
And this just in from Joey the Bull. Is Coke paying you? If not, throw that can away.
Damn.
Up in.
Oh, we got told.
I think
Well,
God.
and at this time, it is actually time to tag out Mr. O'Shea, if you wouldn't
Nah,
mind.
I'm sure Rudy likes to tag. Yeah, it's all good.
All right. Hey, Rudy.
Again, if you would like to say it.
Nah, I'm kidding. I want to go play Street Fighter. Peace out.
All right, that's what I thought.
Taco Tuesday, everybody.
Taco Tuesday,
You had to yell 'cause-
also known as the Lord on Two Tuesday.
So we're gonna
Lord on
actually,
Tuesday.
right now we're gonna call in someone that was former tag team partner of yours,
Are you talking about the one, the only,
Mr. First Generation.
Luis Tapia?
Yes, I am.
What's up, what's up, what's up? TV land, internet land, telephone land. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, you gotta talk into the mic.
I gotta talk into the mic.
You can bring
closer.
it towards you if you need. Alright. You used to bring in big.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Right?
Testing.
You can move this around anywhere
Testes,
you
testes. Can
And
you hear
Freddie
me?
Flores wants to know, is Lord R2 versing anyone this weekend?
want. Lord on Two
No important.
is taking on someone this Saturday at
Do
UEW.
tell.
Freddie Flores, the guy that got beat by
Hey.
a girl.
Hey, so too, I was right. No one important.
Oh, that's not nice.
And where is that show going to be at?
That is going to be in, I believe, Sun Valley?
Sun Valley.
Sun Valley, there you go. I wanted to say Simi Valley, but, you know, I'm not that great of a reader with these sunglasses.
Well, salutations, everybody. I'm the first generation wrestler, Luis Tapia. Finally, 7 years in the business, and I agreed to make an interview.
Oh, whoa.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's you, Lord Atu, and it's Rudy. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's
Well,
do this.
Dub,
First
do
of all,
this.
let's start off with your training. Where did you train? Why did you start training? Training isn't fun. Training isn't easy. What got you started?
Pimpin' ain't easy.
Pimpin' ain't easy.
Preparing, you see.
Keep that.
You know, I always hear that question, and people tell different stories. And I gotta tell you, one of the things that got me into professional wrestling was my cousin in El Salvador. Of course, I'm from El Salvador. I used to watch Bruce Lee movies when I was a little kid, and one time my cousin was taking care of me, and she said, "Hey, you like that karate stuff? Maybe you like this wrestling stuff." Guess what it was? Glow. It was actually Glow.
The gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. And you know what happened on that first match? And I still remember this. One of the girls got body slammed, and she took the body slam wrong, or maybe it was just a mistake or whatever. Her elbow, the elbow, the bone popped out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like of the skin.
So automatically I was hooked like this because I wanted to see what was going on.
Monster.
Following week after that,
You're a monster.
I got to see what happened. But you know, again, Glow Wrestling,
Girls can be vicious.
girls can be vicious.
Yeah, that
and,
Novocaine
hey,
race.
Girls are always vicious.
I gotta
How
tell
you
you
doing?
this. I give props to every girl wrestler, no matter what level. You guys are doing what you guys love. Whether you guys are in there because of wrestling or whether you guys want to go somewhere else, I give you guys props because this is not easy. It hurts. It really hurts.
Oh,
And
yes,
we
it
are
is.
getting shout outs. Lupe Contreras says hello, as well as Joey the Bull saying, "Hey Luis, thanks for the tips last Saturday night. The Bull is being 100."
That's what we're here for, right? Help each other out, beat the living crap out of each other. That's wrestling.
Yeah.
But you asked a good question. Here's another question that I know a lot of people don't ask. What was your first thought when you took that first bump?
Ooh.
I'm gonna puke.
I like that. And we can answer that if you want to hear it. But please tell us your first thought.
Actually, you know, I started late in this business. I started, 10 years too late. I should have started when I was 18, 20. I started in my 30s. I started when I was 33, actually. And watching all those years watching wrestling, I never got to attend a wrestling show, especially WWE. My first wrestling show that I ever attended was at Comic-Con. I volunteered for Comic-Con in Long Beach. And I was one of the volunteers. I got to see a ring, and I got to meet a wrestler that I got to, see on TV, and he gave me some good advice. That wrestler was actually Tito Santana, Hall of Famer. And, I got to talk to him, and really nice guy. And, again, that was my first official wrestling show. And he actually is the reason why I started doing wrestling, because he said, you know what? They have a school. Why don't you try it out? It's never too late. And, of course, here I am.
And we do have a question from the public. Who would you like to go up against in the future?
There's so many good wrestlers out there. My dream match, and sadly, I wasn't there for that. It was a championship wrestling from Hollywood. This guy got to wrestle our trainers, Joey Ryan and Johnny Goodtime.
Yeah.
Sadly, I couldn't make it that night. And when I heard about that, I literally cried. I cried because I wanted that match so bad. And when it finally happened, I wasn't there. And it's just one of those things that it happened once, may never happen again.
That is true. That was a really fun match. Other than not being able to tag with my usual partner, I tagged with Eric Cross.
Which, by the way, is a great talent, but
Producer, you got a question?
great talent.
We did get a shout out from John Ian himself. He said, "You guys look good, proud of you, and keep up the good work."
We miss
Thank
you, John. We miss you.
John,
Miss
we
John.
got a seat. We got a seat here for you.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to come.
Love to see
mark
you out
an
next
episode,
week.
Here for you.
I keep asking, when are you going to have John?
Oh, we're waiting. We're trying to get things more built for, waiting for him to be 100%. He can come in. We can probably get a couple other Mach 1 guys, old Mach 1 guys in here.
So shout out to Josh.
Josh Waldrop. Come on,
And,
man.
What about
Francis?
Francis?
And while we're on the
Francis.
topic, I want to thank
Mike?
John for giving me the opportunity, not only to train, but to actually debut for Mach 1 Wrestling. And I want to give a really big thank you to another John DeLao, because thanks to him, I'm back. And really thank you, John DeLao, because thanks to you, now I'm a wrestling fan again. I hated this sports for 2 years. I was in a more hate than love for this business. I'm still in that love-hate relationship when it comes to wrestling. But thanks to John DeLao, you know what? You made a fan out of me again. Thank you. And I want to do this all over again, and I want to do it right.
That sounds good for me. So, your first official match at Mach 1, I believe, was cage match, right?
That was for CCW, bro.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry, bro. See, you're talking about John DeLao, and I'm stuck on cage match. But then
I gotta tell you the story. When I first started training at Mach 1 Wrestling, it was like 3 months in, and I was just getting into that stage where you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm getting beat up, and I'm losing motivation. And then you came along. We started doing some work for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood backstage. Paying our dues. We got to talking. Something clicked. And you actually motivated me to push myself harder. What happened 3 months after that? Me and you had our first ever wrestling match against each other.
How scared were you guys always at Mach 1? Remember Johnny and one of the first talks he gave us, he was like, if he doesn't think we're going to be able to cut it, they're going to let us know that that we don't think you have what it takes.
All right, producer has a question,
Yeah, all right.
but we all have to. I have a story
Yeah,
about
we
that.
all
Definitely
do
got a story about that.
And
But go
it scared
on.
the hell out of all of us.
The fabulous Nicolette herself wants to know if you will ever wrestle Aunt Heidi again.
Nicolette, where you at?
I hope you heard
See,
that, Nicolette.
Big Lil, I hope you know Mikey's looking for you.
One mistake that OCCW did was put me in a match against Heidi. My mistake, and I give her the win. I totally give her the win. I made a mistake. She capitalized on that. I was giving Freddie Flores a hard time because he was getting beat up by a girl. But here's the thing. Heidi is no ordinary girl.
Oh no, she ain't.
She has wrestled men before. And my problem with this is that most of those guys, I don't know if they wrestled her again after that. Maybe they are scared. But I'm not about that. You know me very well.
Oh, I know you very well.
So Heidi, you did it once. Let's see if you can do it again. I'm up for it.
And the challenge has been thrown down. Now let's get back to that Mach 1 topic real quick.
All right.
On that whole conversation that Johnny Ian gave us all, where he said that if he doesn't think you could cut it, or if they could see that you're not going to make it as a wrestler because it's too much in your body or something, they would let you know, and they'd try to find you a different way in, that you could be a referee. They'd help work with you.
And then one of the referees, Kevin Spencer, he was actually
Mr. Kevin.
He trained with us, but his body couldn't take it, so they gave him that spot as a referee. So with that, and when I came in,
And that happened, if I'm correct, that happened a week before he had the talk with us. or
No. So, well, that happened recently. You know, or that happened
It was
when
recently.
when that happened. Yeah, John had called me to talk. He wanted to talk to me to the side. He pulled me aside. He had this serious look on his face, and he goes, "I need to talk to you." And all I can think about was, "What the hell? What the hell?" No, I've been keeping up with the practices. I've been keeping up with them. I can,
I've had that
I can
too.
bump. I can hit the ropes. Don't tell me I'm not made for this, man. Please don't tell me.
Like we all like.
And he asked me. He looked me dead in the eye, and he's like, "What do you want to be? What is your character? Who are you?"
Producer, he has a
And-
question real quick too.
Oh, sorry.
This just in from Justin Borden. Always a pleasure working with you guys.
Oh, Justin!
Oh,
We love to
Justin.
have you too, Justin. We love you to death, brother.
My girl asked if Rudy is going to defend the title next month against Sean Black.
Oh.
If the powers that be let me defend it against Sean Black, I'd love to defend it against Sean Black. Right now, my match is nothing's defined yet for my next show. Because, well, I don't know. I know that hasn't been footage that surfaced of it yet, but we had a giant come out after the end of my match, and he seems pretty hungry too.
He came down from a beanstalk.
Yeah.
Big old beanstalk.
I gotta tell you, that guy's no joke.
Oh, no, I know. I took a heart punch from him.
Yeah, same here.
Was
I've done
it
that before. But
back
Rudy
in
Rogers
2000?
giant.
You think he's
14?
big? Do you think he's big on on your computer screens? He's bigger in person.
Let me describe something about Othello. I was in a match with him about, what was it, 3 years ago now?
I think so.
I was laying flat back on the mat. He came, grabbed me by my throat. His fingers were able to touch in the back of like on the back of my neck. He was able to close his whole hand around my neck. He was lifting me up all the way up in the air.
For a second, you were wearing an Othello necklace.
I think Othello was wearing a Rudy bracelet.
Okay, that sounds a little more realistic. All right.
And Rudy, when can we catch you and the title in action again for OCCW?
That is August 27th.
Yes, it is. That is a Sunday, by the way.
That is the day after. You could watch Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather knock the crap out of each other. Or Mayweather dance around the ring for a bit, then you come out the next day and you can
I
actually
think that's
watch real wrestling.
ridiculous. That shouldn't happen at all. But
Well,
you know,
it should be.
when money is involved, I
it sh-
guess
It should be an MMA fight. That's the way it should be.
Hey, Floyd did say after this like he'd fight him in the octagon, which I think is total bullshit. But he actually said it. I will fight him in the octagon. I think that's total bull.
I think that
he said
is.
it.
Well, I think he's counting on him winning by.
Oh, he said he said no matter what the rematch could be in the octagon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what he said out of his mouth at the press conferences.
Damn that. Everyone's
Maybe
gonna
he
have to
dug
drop-
himself in a hole by saying it.
Everyone's gonna have to drop some mad money on that.
Hey, Dana White, do it.
You should have CM Punk be the special, ring,
Special-
special,
Special referee. He could be the special enforcer on the outside.
Not special enforcer. I mean, like have him on like the booth talking, like him with Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg. Do that.
I
That
have
would-
no idea what you guys are talking.
UFC.
UFC.
You don't like it?
I know some people.
Well, okay,
from
all right.
UFC.
So I love
See,
I love the video games. the
It's
UFC
funny.
video
It's funny
games,
because a lot of
so-
people ask me, the Lakers and this and Michael Jordan. I don't know.
Dude, Michael
All
Jordan
I've
has
been
been
watching
re-
since I was a little kid is wrestling.
Michael
That's
Jordan
it.
has been relevant in like almost 20 years.
You shut the hell up,
That
Michael
tells you
Jordan.
how much I know.
Michael Jordan is still. There's people on the streets killing for his shoes, dog. He's still relevant. Trust me.
I mean, to the game. But
He's
Yeah,
still
I mean,
relevant to
yeah,
the game. You
he's
can't play
playing
basketball
the
without
game.
Jordans. Have you ever tried to play basketball in Chucks? It don't work, buddy.
people do it in Kobe's.
It don't work. Kobe.
This just in from Alexander. McGregor versus Mayweather is proof that boxing is fake, or excuse me, predetermined. How do you guys feel about that?
Oh, come on. Everyone knows that.
Yeah?
Hey,
It's been. Did you ever watch Pulp Fiction? Come on.
I haven't actually.
you've never watched Pulp Fiction?
No, I've never actually seen a live boxing match either. It's always been like on movies.
Producer D.
So I was
We gotta
extremely
do it.
sheltered. Duh.
Okay, yeah. Then that movie has that movie.
My mother
You-
didn't
you-
even let me watch Harry Potter. I
I
had to move
gotta
out of my
tell you,
house before
That
I
movie
watched
has
it.
sodomy.
Let
Between
me
a
tell
big
you.
black guy and a guy in a rubber suit.
Let me tell you guys this. One of the reasons why I hate boxing is not because of the sport, but because when I was growing up, me watching wrestling and all that stuff, back then people used to tell me, oh, wrestling is fake, boxing is real.
Cutting.
I was a small kid. I was getting my ass kicked for liking wrestling. I don't like boxing mainly because not so much because of the sport, and again, not hating on any boxers or anybody who practices, but that's the main reason I hate boxing.
Because of bullies. You guys are jerks.
You guys don't know how hard I had it. I used to. One time I had a shirt for I swear to God, I saved my money, my hard-earned money, to buy me a Bret Hart shirt. Took it to school. That same day, ripped. Got my ass kicked.
Oh
Man.
I would have went back with like a rock or a stick, and I would have busted all of those little motherfuckers up.
All right. Well, at this time, it is time to tag out once again. So, Luis, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Next time, we will have more time for you and talk about more Mach 1 stories. We'll
I'll
have
be
a Mach 1
back.
edition. Thank you. Mach 1 edition.
Also,
Can we talk about funny rumors?
we
from
have a
that?
whole bunch of people saying we should have an OCCW movie night Pulp Fiction edition.
Wait, who's saying
As
this?
well as we should have a Freddie Flores and the Lord Otto in a shave your beard match.
No,
but
we're never going to have
Wait,
Lord
no,
on 2 in an anything
Hey, hold
shaped
on.
match.
Wait, why would you be worried about wrestling Freddie Flores in that kind of match? Freddie Flores would lose anyway.
I don't care. I'm just not putting my beard on the line. I'll never put my beard on the line, baby.
Do you want to
Producer D, say it.
This just in from Mikey O'Shea, Nicolette. Netflix and chill for Pulp Fiction.
Mikey O'Shea said that, or Nicolette said that to.
I didn't say that. That's a fallacy.
That's what my comments say.
Mikey.
Woo.
Ooh, Mikey.
All right, and I do believe we have a vampire banging on our door.
Mikey
to
said he
come
does
in.
want it.
So at this time, would you guys announce him in?
Who's a knocking at the door?
Oh, let me see if he remembers this.
Don't bang on the table.
I see how you are. You're not funny.
Nah.
Like you even one little bit.
There we go.
You tapped out.
Let me just say.
Tapped out.
Nah, my eyes don't look that good. I'm going to put back the glasses.
We
For
gotta
those
chat
of you
in the
that
other room.
can't hear, there is a "you tapped out" chant going on in
He
the
did
studio.
not. What did I tell you guys? He saw ants on the mat and he was trying to squash them.
So now that's the
No,
story.
no, he tapped.
I do hate every little
That
thing,
was
every
a
living
story.
thing, no matter how insignificant. And with bugs crawling around the mat, the place was unsanitary. I was trying to kill every bug that I saw. And also, I blame Obama for leading the war of northern aggression against my people back in 1865. I blame Obama for pretty much everything that has ever happened, including my loss last Saturday to Rudy Rogers.
That was his fault.
You are a Kofeve paper champion, and I am going to turn you into origami, boy. You are a creation of the liberal wrestling news media that loves the underdog,
I don't
that
know what
love
that
your
means.
story, and you are nothing but a piece of trash.
And just for Mikey's benefit, Nicolette did respond with, "I'll answer you the next time I'm on the show."
How you
Thank
doing?
Mikey.
Damn.
See, Mikey O'Shea loves eating tacos, Nicolette. Mikey O'Shea can eat tacos all night long. He loves the Latin cuisine.
He
Go
does.
ahead and invite O'Shea over, make him lose another 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah, you are sauce, my friend. And
Right
does
now.
someone want to spell it out for us?
So Azrael, how'd your match go?
Wolfed.
Oh.
Past
In
weekend.
regards to my match against Rudy Rogers, he may have won the electoral decision,
You mean
but
your
I
tap out?
won the popular vote and therefore should be declared champion. Raise my hand, give me the belt, because that's how it works.
That shit.
Go ahead.
You know,
There's
I heard
two
more
of
people
us.
chanting.
The two of us say that I should be champion. There's only one of you, by popular demand, for give me my belt.
Well, let
That's
me
how-
see. Hold on.
that's
If
how
you
it
get
works.
one,
Producer
majority
D.
rules.
Producer D, what
Government
do you
work.
think?
I mean, I think if we're going that route, maybe you guys should give Novocaine that 1-0. I mean, if that's how we're rolling.
Yeah, because
Oh, that's why you never let
Might
the
as
women
well.
vote. You never have any damn sense about
I'm just
anything.
saying, bring
you
the
make
women in,
terrible
you know?
Decisions.
Yeah, that had nothing to do
Divas
with the belt,
Revolution,
but
let's go.
I guess, you know.
Well,
That's what
he
I
was
wanna
saying
see.
that
I
she
wanna
got
see-
popular vote out of everything. So
I am tired of the liberal wrestling news media ignoring Azrael and his reign of terror throughout OCCW, by the way. I was going on SoCal Uncensored. Not that I check the website every 4 to 5 seconds or so to see who likes me and who doesn't. I was just looking for, pornography, and I managed to find,
Uncensored,
wrestling, and that kind of got on my nerves. But they listed the 10 wrestling promotions in Southern California, and they did not announce OCCW as number 1. Fake news. Sad.
Very
It
famous.
is a terrible, angry world, and you have increased the anger of this world. They managed to list PCW, which is full of such up-and-comers as Rob Van Dam. I hope that boy gets a chance someday. He seems mighty athletic. I can't wait for the day that Rob Van Dam gets his big break in this industry.
his older brother was really
One
good,
day,
Jean-Claude.
one day he'll get it.
One of these
One
days,
of these
he's an
days.
up-and-comer. He seems very talented for a
Very
young
talented.
person.
Right.
Yes.
Too much experience.
Very flexible.
Very, very flexible.
You need that in wrestling.
But, you know,
As
at
you did.
OCCW, I am the whole effing show. And I put on a barn burner with Rudy Rogers, by God. And you might have squeaked past me this time, but I will wear you down, boy, as many times as it takes until I break you in half.
So you call tapping out squeezing by?
You're getting dumber and dumber with every match, because every match I drop you on your head harder and harder and harder. I'm driving Rudy Rogers into a railroad spike. What most people don't know is Rudy Rogers began his wrestling career at 6'5", and then he ran afoul of Azrael, and I am getting him down and getting him down until he fit in my pocket.
We got a question from producer D.
I have a couple, actually. This just in from Alexander. I asked a reliable source about that, and they told me OCCW was number 11.
Oh. You know what,
Very
though?
convenient.
Alexander.
Also, wait.
Show!
There's
Does anybody
more.
else have 300
There's
people
more.
on the show?
We have fans, such as Nicolette and others, saying, "Give Divas a chance. I can't stand her, but even Novocaine deserves a chance. We deserve it."
Green light!
Who else is saying?
Wait, just to go on the SoCal Uncensored thing, they listed that in the tag team title match, it was Divine Intervention, Lord Atu, and Damien Soul that defeated El Pinocho Gato, also known as the Felines.
Now that's interesting because I don't remember seeing Damien Soul there.
Fake news. Fake news. Sad.
Yeah, I actually had to step
Very
in
unreliable
for
sources.
my
Interesting.
boy Soul, and at the very least, it should have been Damien Soul and Freddie Helmuth on there. Lord Atu has no ego. Pride aside, I'll let Damien Soul take that. But to not let my boy Freddie Helmuth be in that post is just outrageous. And why would you bang on the table? She told you to stop doing that.
In the defense, many of the brown people look very similar. You all look quite alike, and I could see mistakes getting made.
You know what? I can't even.
That's your group.
But he has his pants written. He has his name written right on the side of his pants.
Right on the side.
That's how I remember.
So does Helmuth.
That's how I remember. That's how I tell them apart.
Exactly.
Soul's the only one that doesn't.
Unlike Rudy, I can read the King's English.
Apparently, you can't spell it though when you're typing.
You know, it's
I spell real good. I know words. I know big words. I know words as big as your head and longer than you know. And
you said a lot of
I know
What's the
all
biggest word you know?
Bigly words, and I will mansplain to you. I will mansplain to you all the words that I know. I know words bigly, smally, all the words in between of all kinds of shapes and sizes, and I know every word. I have invented words that you don't even know. That is mine. I invented that. That is a word to describe paper champions like Rudy Rogers.
Hey,
and
you
it's
said
trademarked.
you said a whole lot of stuff. I don't understand. I'm gonna take it as respect. Disrespect, man.
Because I don't respect you. How is that hard to understand? I don't like you. You are very little. I like you not at all. And every time I get my hands on you, I just want to choke you until you die.
Is that how you got rid of your first couple?
Isn't that how everyone feels?
Yes.
How you doing?
I remember that. Those were
I wish they felt like that.
they did not listen, so you were
That's
justified.
right.
for
I'm
that.
terrible. Father.
So, I'm not gonna make
You
that
say
joke
terrible,
too
I say
easy.
effective. Now you have 3 good kids.
Azrael only has love for winners.
That's true.
But you're not.
Did you say he loves himself?
Apparently, he's always talking about loving himself.
Because the ring was surrounded with some very, very distracting people. You try to concentrate with Deshae doing that thing in the
What did I
corner.
tell you guys?
That
Shade
voodoo-
I was in the match. I was able to concentrate.
You can't see past your nose, so you don't even go.
We already talked about that, Mikey. Yeah, we did.
August 27th, 2019.
You just don't pay attention. Keep playing your damn.
Hey, that's 2 years from now.
So
So
High.
He wishes.
I'm not low.
You're green. Light.
Green light. Green light. Green light.
August
Red light.
27th, the day after the Mayweather fight. If any of you have any money left, go ahead and come on down to OCCW. Full bar. You can get as drunk as you want, Ed. Come on in. Pay every dollar left of your alimony. Throw the money down. Get some drinks in your system and enjoy watching me beat whoever the hell they put in front of me.
Watch some real shit.
I don't understand that, Doctor.
Yeah.
We have 15 minutes. Oh, got it.
Wow, yeah.
And Rudy, how do you feel to still be champion? How does that stir your loins, boy? How does that make you feel
It,
inside?
it felt pretty good to make you tap out.
this just in from Joey the Bull. Hang on, let me finish laughing first.
Please continue the joke.
Hey, by the way, Rudy, nice suit last Saturday. We were just leaving your job were you just leaving your job as the pit boss from the Indian casino?
As the traditional vocation of his people.
He took that suit from a Ken doll.
You guys
For
can talk
those
all
of
the
you
smack.
who hear what Mikey just said, he took that suit from a Ken doll, but I think it was a Malibu Barbie, right? It was empowered Malibu Barbie.
I'll just say this. You know, anybody can talk smack on the way I was dressed and everything, but you know what?
I
was
thought it
trying
was
to bring some
classy.
class to the championship.
I brought perfect class to that championship. I had my good vest on.
Blue jeans.
Yeah.
Whatever. At least they weren't like black jeans or whatever. That's unclassy. If you're gonna wear black,
And the way I was
it should
looking
be
at it is if I'm
slacks.
going to be representing the company as champion, I might as well come dressed as a professional.
Well, I was professional. I was a
And in
professional
2020,
boxer,
I'll be representing OCCW as president of these United States. Vote Azrael. I'm courting the white women vote and, you know, other people. I don't hate all of you. Just vote.
He only hates some of you that don't have the same color as him, or at least don't think so. You know, right?
Anybody that doesn't look like me and exactly think the same is, you know, to be feared and just
Yeah.
despised.
Yeah.
Poor
that-
Rudy.
yeah,
Our
no, I'm just
guests
kidding.
are just ribbing on you today.
Yeah,
This
I'm
just in from Luis. He was dressed nice because he was hoping someone might want to adopt him.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Wait, was he on the
finally?
was he on the show?
Old
He was.
Mandela?
No, was he on the show on Saturday? Was Luis on the show on Saturday?
You know, he was not, but he was in attendance.
It really doesn't matter what he says.
Rudy's a bad friend.
He
Rudy
is a
is a
very
bad
bad
friend.
He says mean
No wonder people rip him
When
so
Luis
much.
was
Face
on
champion.
this table, he was
Mean.
smiley and like, "Oh, it's great to see you, bro." He leaves. Yeah, he wasn't on the show. He ain't getting nothing. Your opinion don't mean shit.
Luis is cold-blooded.
Cold blooded. Oh, I see what
I
you
went
guys did.
there. See what I did there?
Cold blooded.
So funny.
That's like mentioning the N word. We just don't mention.
Hey,
that
that's
anymore.
somebody else we would like to have on here, right?
They say Azrael as OCCW was a champion was a joke, but that's a joke that's picking up steam, baby. That's a choo-choo that's leaving the station now. Choo-choo! And it's picking up, and it's going through the Indian lands, and it's tearing it up, and I'm throwing smoke and taking coal and picking up more locomotion, Rudy, and I'm gonna run you over, boy. Choo-choo!
I wanna.
Can't you be that funny? Come on,
Wait, do you ever like think before you talk, or do you just keep
Not
coming
even
out?
a little. I know all the words, boy. They flow out of my mouth like a river. A river runs through it, and I'm gonna paint with all the colors of the wind and your blood, little fool.
Jeez,
You know what?
yes.
I went back to that park and I made sweet love to Grandma Willow.
you too?
Yeah, high five.
This just
DB.
in from
Oh,
Simon
yeah.
Lotto. Hashtag rude Rudy.
I love Simon Lotto. Hey, Simon. Maybe me and you one day.
Massimo Brothers?
Oh.
Where's your little raccoon, Rudy? Where's the little raccoon that run around with
He
you?
is a little raccoon.
And for those of our guests who weren't in attendance to the past couple shows, where can they catch up?
LosLTV.com.
Yes.
10 p.m.
For what show?
You can catch up on Mind Games in a few weeks. We'll have up
Hard times.
Hard times.
Absolutely.
Hard
And it was
time, daddy.
Hard times.
Hard times.
For the felines when they had to face Divine Intervention. And it'll be hard times for anyone else who tries to take these pretty tag team titles away from Divine Intervention.
And if you're trying to watch it on your television, it is Los Al TV, local channel 3.
Ooh. See, we're on TV. People, and we're number 11.
How are we 11? What kind of
We're
stuff is that
on
made?
a TV.
Yeah,
that's
yet there's
like the
only 2
underdog
wrestling
program.
shows in SoCal that are on television, and we're number 11? Huh. That's kind of weird.
I don't know.
We had more people at our last show than Obama had at his inauguration, by God. More people came out to see Azrael than they came to see that boy get elected president. The oceans and oceans of applause when I came out. I'm pretty sure they were saying boo earns.
Is Simon Lotto still in the conversation? He's still watching? Can
Oh,
you
man, that was-
are you able to check that?
That was like a sight to see. All that.
Simon Lotto still is? Yeah, Simon, just going to say, I would love to actually wrestle you someday, so keep coming around. I want to see you, Rudy Rogers versus Simon Lotto.
This just in from Joey the Bull. Meow, meow. Is he a bull or a cat?
I think
Hey, those are fighting words, Johnny the Bull. I understand, cat, and I'm going to come to your house. And you know what? Your mother, too, boy.
Could he be talking about the felines, maybe?
Why
Yeah,
are we already
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about it?
yeah.
I got those cats fixed. They're back at whatever pound that they came from. It's done.
Felines bet not ever come back
You
to
know what
OCCW.
sucks? See, look at. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got like all these little flea bites all over my arms, man. It's freaking. Those things need to be like. They need to call it next time. If they ever come back to OCW, I'm getting them a flea collar. Nice little pretty one.
They had 9 lives. Now they only got 2 left after taking a beating from Angel A2.
And this just in from Simon Lotto in response to Rudy. He says, book it.
I'm not a booker.
I want to beat your ass.
Can you dig it?
Will you two
Well,
just
Simon
get
Lo-
into your DMs and send each other nudie photos? Why do I gotta watch your love fest in front of everybody?
Well,
Do that on
Simon
your own
Lotto,
time.
what do you think about Mikey O'Shea wanting to take you on? So, when you see this, respond back. We'll wait patiently.
3-man tag?
Well, wait, just.
3-man tag? Play the Jeopardy theme song. Do, 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 do.
These fans are not going to get what they want until you answer.
I mean, he still hasn't answered. I don't know. I don't know what to
There's
tell
a
you.
delay on the feed, that's why.
I'm just saying.
God, I hate Jeopardy. I hate all of your intellectual questions and your book learning and whatnot. I want to see a monster truck derby, by God. I want to see some cars like this.
Hey, shut your mouth. Hey,
Turn left.
we're waiting for Simon.
Grave digger. I want to see Grave digger.
We're waiting for Simon.
You can wait for Simon.
Simon.
You can wait for Simon. You
Simon.
can be boyfriend later. You know what I want to do?
Simon says, oh, hell yeah.
Simon says.
Yes! Simon said she said it!
I did say it.
Who is Rudy text messaging all the time on his phone? I want you to forfeit your private server on your phone and your text messages to Russia, to the Kremlin, to ISIS's and Cobra Commander, and you a bad person,
He
and
is a bad
So-
person.
I should have your
So-
title belt.
So you want all
Basically,
my
just
text message between
quit
me
texting
and
your
Mama
boyfriend and pay
Mama
attention.
Azrael? I give you Mama
She's
Azrael's
been
phone number.
dead for 1,500 years, you sicky freak.
And that's why she didn't move that much
Text
yesterday.
messaging.
We got Demolition
Yes!
Derby.
Yes,
Demolition
Banner Day! Look at
Derby.
the cars go! Woo! Boy, howdy! I'm the king of the South! Boy, make the way the only way to know how!
There's nothing better than a demolition derby in the South
Yeah!
than a nice hot date with my sister. Your sister.
Boy, howdy if I could just get some Muslims in that arena and just run them down, boy!
Yes.
Run them down!
Oh my God.
What? Is that, I said
That background
That's
is
not
gold.
politically correct.
Stop. But not just Muslims, all Browns.
Everyone that I don't like.
There you go. Now, how high are these expectations for this demolition
So
derby?
very high! As high as
Oh,
as
yeah.
high
I forgot
as
about
my- As
that.
high as my hopes for presidency.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, I got
So
some
high.
for that.
So
I think
high.
you could totally beat the
I've
Rock
already
in
got
that.
2.
We should take a poll. I want to know how many people would vote for Azrael as president.
Well,
should
raise
be
your right hand.
everyone.
Raise your
Nobody.
hand if you support Israel for president.
There's going to be like 2 people.
There you go. I already got 2. That's all it
That's
takes.
all you need,
Most
man.
of you don't even vote anyway. If I get 5, I'm in the running.
There we go.
Don't want to interrupt your waiting in line for Star Wars and whatnot. God forbid you pick who picks the nuclear codes.
I feel like if, they put an app,
God,
some
that's
sort
the
of
thing to
voting
do.
app, we get
That
more
car
people to
hitting That
vote.
other car.
The fans want to know who your vice president would be.
The Lord Atu, of course. I was at his birthday party.
Bless you.
In my pocket. Lord Atu loved me. Also, he's half the tag team champion.
Exactly. I already know how to run, the show. The whole
Simon Lotto
effing
says,
show.
you got my vote.
Yes!
There we go.
I'm success.
That's
I'm
sweet.
spreading like a
See-
virus throughout Orange County.
Not a
Something,
virus. Something fun.
less fun.
Okay, a
Confetti.
virus.
Yeah.
Yeah, virus.
Unwanted pregnancy.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
come on.
All right, well,
Like
since you said that, I have to go to, I gotta get out of here, Canada.
What are you talking about?
Someone said something about pregnancy, so I
What
gotta
does
go.
Angel Atu want to face?
I never touched her.
Who do I want to face
Oh, I mean,
next?
first
No,
time.
we're
Wasn't
talking
me.
about a singles match or a tag team title defense.
Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever makes me happy, at OCCW or anywhere.
Anywhere you feel.
Oh, anywhere I feel. Well, at OCCW, I would like to take on Rudy Rogers, title versus title. I will put the tag team titles on the line against your one title, winner take all.
That's fair. 2's better than 1.
Winner take all. Next year in the cage match. Right now my knee's still kind of bummed. I'm still working it out.
Cage match?
But, cage
match
match.
in the cage match?
Cage match, all the belts on. I don't even care. Women's belts, whatever belts that OCW has by next cage match, all of them in line. Me and you.
You got it.
Oh, it's on. Oh, I don't. It's not official because we're nobody. But
Well, you're nobody's. Remember?
no, Angel Lopez was a nobody.
A fan did mention they would love to see a reboot of the Nobodies.
Nobody wants to see rebooted.
Yeah, no.
I really don't.
Nobody
Just
said-
rather
yeah.
not.
Wait, which fan said that?
Let me see. I gotta scroll back to
I'm
it.
tired of rebooting things. They rebooted Spider-Man 57
Whoa.
times. How much younger is Aunt May gonna get? Is she
Hey,
25 in the next one? Sweet Lord.
You know,
Hey,
It
did you ever see
was
Aunt May?
Mike.
you know how it
You
works.
know you love it, Aunt May. Come on.
You know
I
how much.
like her
Come
better
on,
than
Azrael.
the
You know you like that
other
Aunt May,
idiot.
though.
Every year I say the same age, she get younger and younger.
I knew a girl
I
that
mean,
was
I like
an
it. High
aunt.
five that. High five that. Come on. We at least agree that.
Fine, we're building bridges.
Hey, you
have to
touched. I'm
watch
signing
that.
you both.
Ah, god damn it. We just fired for that. Ah, Squirtle's really.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, I can watch a reboot of Spider-Man
I can watch Aunt May all day.
I don't
every
wanna see Uncle Ben
every
get
year.
shot again, Angel.
I watch Spider-Man every year, baby.
He keeps getting shot.
That's why I'm glad Uncle Ben didn't get shot in this one. It was just implied, like, you know, Aunt May and Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Stark is so giving his Aunt May.
Oh yeah, that's why, you know, Peter Parker has all that
Yep.
nice fine stuff in his room, all those computers and whatnot. It's not because he's a great superhero. It's because Aunt May is a great superhero, if you know what I mean.
The look on producer D's face implies that she doesn't really
Oh.
approve what we're saying.
What I mean is she helps Tony Stark, you know, with his
Yeah.
built up
You're
frustrations.
just digging your hole deeper.
Oh yeah, well,
Oh, he's
digging his
Tony.
shoes.
Tony thinks I hold deeper too.
That's what web fluid.
Can we have that too, bro?
Yeah, that's what
out of
web
his
fluid-
wrist.
Hey,
Oh,
This is
yeah,
good
that's
with
Iron
that
Man's
too.
creation too.
hey, what's the use of being mad at Steve? You don't know how to use all that metal. Get it?
I have to give it to that.
August 27th is the next time you can see the #1 promotion in all of Southern California. OCZW. Do not be fooled by the liberal news media and their fake news.
What the hell
and
does that
their
even
agenda.
mean?
But until the 27th, you can catch me, Freddie Flores, I believe a guy I beaten for a heavyweight title, Tony Reyes. He's going to be at UEW. You can go watch him, but, you know, you want to be there for the Lord on too. Beat down Freddie Flores. Was it July 29th in
Yes.
Sun Valley?
For their Pledge Your Allegiance show.
Pledge Your Allegiance show. What time would that be starting? Do you happen to know?
I don't have the start
usually
time.
8, right? Typically
Yes,
8,
between
8:30?
7 and 8.
7 and 8.
All of the information on that is on Facebook. You can look up Underground Empire Wrestling for all of that information.
You know what? We'll even one up you. We'll actually put the flyer in the comment section so you people can see it.
You people.
Everybody that's watching this.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I don't mean it in Azrael's way.
Sun Valley sounds like a terrible place, by the way. I'll just burst into flames. I don't know if I'm going to be within 100 miles of such a location.
We could bring extra cannabis oil for you. Extra strength. It'll be fine.
I like your head.
So can we get back to talking about Aunt May?
Oh, well, we could talk about
You
Aunt May.
nasties. You don't need to talk about Aunt May no more. How about you talk about the next show instead?
So, well, we don't have a whole lot of details on the next show. What we do know, it is a Sunday, and I believe it's at 555.
Yes,
The
it is.
Post.
It will be.
And Midway
Midway
City,
City.
a.k.a. Westminster, a.k.a. Little Staten.
Hashtag
AKA
hometown, hashtag holla, hashtag what's up.
And if Conor McGregor should fall on a Saturday, then I am the last hope of Ireland for victory. I will be the last defense of our native land.
Then you should totally take on Othello.
Oh, he's an awfully big fella.
Well, didn't the other Irishman already try that?
He
And it
wasn't a
went
real
terribly.
Irishman.
All right, so we're getting the cue that we kind of need to
He's American.
wrap these up.
You have a solid 60 seconds.
You
Oh, got
know
60
you don't know how to wrap things up.
I'm just telling you that.
Oh, I'm
Rudy
the
can
rapper.
usually get done twice in 60 seconds. Go, Rudy!
There's what, 39
Get
seconds?
to it, boy!
Yeah.
Yeah. That works for me. Well,
How you doing?
until next Tuesday, I want to thank our guests, Luis Tapia, Mikey O'Shea, and all of you watching. Thank you for joining your host with the most, Lord Atu, a.k.a. Lunchbox, Rudy, Preschool, OCCW champion, and Darkness himself, the true popular champion, Azrael.
And I have giant hands!
And you know what that means. Giant gloves.
And if we have time, the guy on the left has a grandma's voice. I believe that would be Azrael, by the way.
Who says
If
that
they're
I will
watching.
come to your house and make sweet love to your grandmother? How about that, boy?
It was Alejandro Ramirez.
Oh, see.
I'll look it up. I'll find it.
Can we watch actually Azrael like float off? Like he does?
That'd be great. Yeah, can you
I want to see him fly away.
Fly away.
Fly away.
turn into a bat?
I can never get tired of watching him fly away. He's better than. He's more majestic than Superman.
Superman's dead.
Yeah, because he fought Batman.
No, because he. You didn't watch the movie?
I did watch the movie. Everyone thinks that Doomsday was the one that killed him. It wasn't Doomsday. It was Batman. Batman
Batman had a plan and made him go after Doomsday.
Batman let him. Batman didn't kill himself, so he didn't have to have that guilt that, oh, I killed Superman. He was like, oh no.
He was like, here, bro, take the spear and go like stab him with it.
Yeah,
I'm sure it will work.
Oh, it totally
Oh my
worked.
God, no!
No, you died.
If we're in the air, this is still funny.
I liked it.
Are we still on the air or no? We're still on? Yeah.
Oh, hey!
This just in from
Let's
Ian
record it.
Sutton. What's up, my brothers?
Ian!
What's up, y'all?
Dude!
Dude! Oh my
Where
god.
the hell are you?
How have you been,
Don't
bro?
cut us off. We need to get a response from Ian.
Oh my god.
We're going overtime just for Ian right now.
Overtime, baby. This is just for you.
Yes. Dude, where
How
are
you
you?
doing?
Wait, who's here?
No,
No, we're on.
Remember Ian Sutton?
Ian's son? Oh, dude!
Dude, Mikey's back for
Yeah,
you.
just for you.
He came
Dude.
back.
Dude, Ian's son wrestles at freaking WCWC.
Dude, fly back down to California. We're putting you on this damn thing. Yeah.
Definitely.
I will definitely get. You'll definitely get booked at OCC Dub.
For sure.
You gotta check out WCWC's YouTube thing because he actually has a commercial on the video game.
No way.
Yeah,
Legit?
he got sucked into Crash Bandicoot. Go on YouTube.
Awesome.
Put it on.
Send us that link so we can put it in the comments for our viewers.
Oh, definitely. That's gonna happen.
Just look up.
Love you, Ian. Miss you.
Yee!
Are we done?
What was that? Alright, so we're going to talk about how Batman did kill
Are there
Superman?
people still here?
Batman did kill Superman.
Oh, did you hear about the...
Oh,
they were doing a panel
we-
for Comic-Con,
We're
right?
just. This is just the after
No, we're
talk,
we're,
baby.
we're
Yeah,
done already. We were
Are we
just
live?
talking about-
Yeah, we're live.
Are we still
You guys-
live?
you
Yeah,
guys are
so
in
we're
the
just
after talk. This
you're
is
just
the
going to
after
enjoy
talk.
us talking.
Batman
So-
versus Superman after
Hey,
talk.
comment section. How do I look? How do I look with these shades?
Comic-Con, right? And they were asked the entire Justice League. Some
Why'd you
kid-
say Martha?
What a kid that was asking questions asked, when are we going to see Batman or Superman in this movie? At one point, and then
Dude, I want to go see.
Aquaman stood up.
I
he's
want to go
like,
see Atomic
I'm sorry,
Blonde
but I don't know if your,
this
your
Thursday.
parents took you to see the last movie. Superman's dead.
Superman, he's dead.
He's like, blame your parents. You had no idea.
Because, you know.
He looks like Roman
This
Reigns.
just in from Alejandro. Hope Ian comes and whoops Rudy's behind and takes his championship and
Who's
moves
Alejandro?
forward
Rudy?
My
to
cousin. He doesn't
the
like
championship
Of
match.
course, he doesn't hate you. Of course, your cousin doesn't like
Yeah, of
Rudy.
course
He
your
beat
cousin's
you for the
biased.
title.
He did not beat me for the title. I beat myself for the title.
Yes.
And I
Yes,
did it
you beat
nightly,
yourself all the time.
all the time. But that's besides the
Like
point.
Dude,
Roman
your right
Reigns.
arm's actually looking pretty muscular.
Oh yeah, you know.
Look at that vein.
You leave my veins alone, okay?
You see that? That's a vein. Something you don't have, you fat bastard.
He's talking about you.
Ah!
Oh, he's talking about me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Why are we still on
this
air?
has been
is
an
wait-
Easter egg edition of
Ian, talk
Lunchbox
back,
at
Ian!
Preschool. I am Mikey O'Shea,
said okay.
cutting this goddamn live
You didn't
feed
tell us
off.
Because all he said
This
was
is
okay.
You could have let us know that when we were going to stop
Lunchbox.
talking.
You were always on your phone
That's
anyway. Get over
preschool. Thank you all. Good night.
I hope you know you
The
did that.
producer wants to go home.
Producer D
Peace.
out.
Mikey Shea Ohio.
Peace out.
Man.
As they say in Canada, peace out.
I said peace.